Hey, you guys, welcome in. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Brianna and I do godly content. So please hit that like button as you come in so we can get this godly content pushed down this YouTube algorithm. Today, we're going to be talking about enemies. We're going to be talking about your enemies. We're going to be talking about my enemies, really just our enemies because we wanted Christ around here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Trust me, if anybody knows about our enemies out here, our enemies that are out here with their weird old behavior, attacking us unprovoked for no good reason, then flipping it to make it feel like or make it seem like or make us feel like we're crazy and we're actually the problem, trust me, I know just about that. However, I also know that our enemies, these people out here that are attacking us, giving us everything they got, in this suffering, this long suffering that we go through, it's a blessing. It's a blessing, the blessing that we need to turn into gold. That's why this suffering gets as hot as fire at times. Think about it. Would you make the necessary changes that God is asking of you if you were comfortable? Would you leave your job that is not your purpose if everything was going good? That job is not your purpose, but they're giving you just enough peace to not push you into your purpose. Would you know if you really trust God? How do you really trust God? You won't be able to know if you truly trust God unless you're pushed into a situation where you absolutely have to trust God. A situation where your arms are tied and you can't pull yourself out of this one. Would you go out and break those generational curses if you and your family were getting along together, growing together, and enjoying those curses together? I remember I was at a church service where a pastor said that your family, the people that are in your immediate family, are types of people that prepare you for the types of people that you're going to deal with in life, the types of people that you're going to have regular cycles with. And so we all have different regular cycles with certain type of people, and it's different for everybody. Every type of chosen one has a different type of cycle. Like mine is jealous people. I don't know why, but mine is jealous people. And the types of people that we regularly run into, those are the types of people that ultimately we're supposed to grow and learn how to help. I've dealt with a lot of jealous women in my life, and a lot of those big events were with my siblings. I remember there was one time where I was constantly going through this cycle trying to figure out if I should be nice, if I should be a people pleaser, if I should be mean within these workplaces with these women that are jealous and attempting to basically not get rid of me, but keep me around to torture me. So I went home and was venting about it to one of my siblings, and she immediately responded to my venting session with, an answer saying, "They're doing that to you because they look up to you." And she said it like their behavior wasn't that big of a deal, like they weren't doing nothing that serious. And I was immediately able to recognize within her, that I deal with her having jealous issues with me as well. And she's been in their position before. However, this sibling, this sister, gave me the ability to begin the process of learning how to start to deal with these types of women. She started out the cycle to where I can begin to recognize that familiar spirit in these types of women, their behavior, their body language, and their actions, and be able to recognize it immediately. And so once you're able to recognize it immediately, it gets you to the next stage where you learn how to deal with it in a positive way. And once you master that, dealing with it in a positive way, or separating yourself, or creating boundaries, once you get to that point, then the next step is learning how to help these types of people. It's time to stop complaining and start praising. Yes, this suffering, this walk isn't always easy and it's not always fun, but it's time to start looking at this suffering as has the blessings that you ask God for. He designed the perfect plan to not only give you those blessings, but also to build you to be ready for those blessings. Stop being ungrateful when you're being sculpted to be great. Stop complaining and attempting to go your own way when you're being given the exact tools, exactly what you need to get exactly what you want. Everything is not always going to look how we believe it should look. And that's because our level of understanding don't go that high. Our level of understanding is never going to be anywhere near God's level of understanding. He knows what's best for us way better than we know what's best for us. So get your behind in that passenger seat. Make yourself a little delulu if you need to. And keep your eyes focused on the person who has enough wisdom to always know what's right. Keep your eyes focused on him through all of it, the ups, the downs, and the blind areas. Also, don't be out here living in fear. Check yourself. Check yourself to see if you're blocking your own blessings because you fear success. That may seem simple, but that's a very real psychological issue, usually coming from trauma. Because of past trauma, you're basically blocking your own blessings. You're basically literally fearing a good lifestyle, fearing that it's going to turn out right, fearing, hoping that it's going to turn out right. Ooh, that is some really crazy stuff. So really have a real nigga talk with yourself, then go out and do what the Lord is telling you to do. Forgive those people so you can clear your mind. Do those little and those big tasks, those boring and those fun tasks, so you can build your blessings. Lastly, stay prayed up and keep seeking God with all your heart. Mix all of that stuff in there: fasting, prayer, that Bible, spiritual mentors, do everything that God directs you to do, because he'll put it on your heart to fast, he'll put it on your heart to pray, he'll put it on your heart to sit and meditate and just sit there and talk to him. He'll put it on your heart to go talk to someone. He'll put it on your heart to watch a certain mentor's video. Do what he's telling you to do, and when you feel a little distance, run back to him, because you need that spiritual guidance. You cannot do this without him. A lot of people don't know what love truly really is. God does. And he shows his believers what love truly is throughout our journey. I know for a fact he's showing me that love is the ability to accept someone at the place that they're at, but at the same time, not accepting that place that they're at as their last stop. A lot of people want to say that love is, meeting people where they're at and just accepting and supporting them for where they're at, rather than pushing them into the best version of themselves. But that's what love truly is. That's why God chastises us throughout our journey, because he truly loves us and he wants us to be the best version of us. He wants gold from us. That's what true love is. And so a lot of people are getting it mixed up when they're becoming sensitive and not wanting to grow, when the truth is that love it can be harsh when it's in its truly genuine form. All right, you guys, that's all I have to say for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for making it to the end. Please hit that like button so we can get this godly content pushed out in this YouTube algorithm. And I'll see you guys in the next one.